Let's talk about it. So I had a EEOC investigation going on, which took a year, which is understandable during the COVID year. No problem with that. They didn't conclude a finding. No problem with that. That's the whole goal. The whole goal was just to get a right to sue letter and go from there. But now that we got the right to sue letter, it's time to speed up the process and hold individuals accountable. So what I'm looking for is a great legal mind that can assist me, because this is going to be a fun case. Generally, the EEOC doesn't have time to handle every case, but I am not afraid to take on this ignorant giant. So, just let it be known that we are coming. And it's going to be amazing. I'm going to look at it in the eyes of a federal or state, a drug case. Let me just do a drug case. And the whole situation, it's the same. When they go arguing and plea bargaining and got to do this and got to file this motion for that and got to do this, hey, I'm fine with all of that. Because I'm going to step in and I'm going to do some work. Because it's going to be like some for life shit going on in this instance. Guess what? I got time. I've been telling y'all I have time. And the time is now. And all I'm going to do is start researching, and cite case researching and pulling up these cases that you guys use. Because there is no law. There are rules. You know, supposed to follow and abide. But I'm going to make sure I figure out my McDonnell Douglas framework and get down to the pinpoint charges that you didn't investigate anything. You know, we're going to look at McDonnell Douglas Court. We're going to pull that up on our PACER report so we can get some information. We're going to make sure we ain't missing any other case sightings that you may have in here. But this is going to be fucking hilarious. I'm going to make it make sense. There are too many individuals that have to go through proceedings such as this. I have the time. I have the patience. I have the resources. I have the wherewithal to do this. But there are so many millions of people that are stuck in jobs that they cannot stand because they are treated like shit. Discrimination, sex abuse. So if you think race discrimination is hard to prove and you just passed the Equality Act, the shit is about to hit the fan. I'm going to help make it make sense because you got too many barriers for people. Okay, false discrimination claims, that's fine. I know mine aren't false. I know the proof is in the pudding. But I'm so tired of the legalities and the big guys getting the $1 billion settlements for trying a case and the little person only end up getting a 25%. No. They got to make it an easier way, and guess what? It's going to happen. Some way, somehow. Because people got to be advocates, and people got to stop being scared of the law because it's so corrupt as it is. It's supposed to be for you, but it's always a fight to show how much against it is to you. Hey, advocacy. When you go to a trial, I know for a fact, I went through a trial. I was a victim. I had a victim assistance advocate. Guess what? That's the goals that I'm trying to figure out how to work forward to going forward. We got to have some type of advocacy because the EEOC is too overwhelmed and too political. It's still a government entity. They got battles they got to fight totally different on the side of the federal spectrum of the law compared to the private spectrum of the law. It is one big clusterfuck. But my goal started off as trying to get disadvantaged individuals, minorities interested in the trades, which I'm going to always do. But since I was released from my job and I understand how hard the struggle is and how time consuming and how much money is wasted, I'm going to tell you, I got time. And I'm going to set up this initiative to make it happen. There needs to be somebody that can advocate for the little people, the employee. Since the employers have all these big lawyers and big dollars, there needs to be some type of fund, some type of resources. Because if you Google anything about filing a claim against the EEOC or anything, it's horrible. The best information that I've ever had, I'm sorry to tell you, is on social media. Whether it's YouTube, whether it's TikTok, whether it's Instagram, whether it's LinkedIn, Clubhouse. Real people tell real stories. Citing cases from proceedings that are yet to be even argued in a court of law. Let's get it. Because I'm ready. The disrespect. The disrespect. And thank you, EEOC, for my case or the investigator. Thank you guys for disrespectfully spelling my name wrong. Guess what? I'm a petty person. Little things agitate me worse than the big things. So the letter that I got saying that y'all weren't going to do nothing was not the problem with me. And I didn't initiate the whole onslaught of my irritation. It was just putting a G on my last name. You didn't type any of this out. Everything that focuses my name has my name spelled out. So I'm just going to call it as a slap in the face, disrespect, and we'll take it to a higher court because you issued me my right to sue, which I really appreciate that. So my goal here is to be able to set a precedence and have some cite law in every aspect of discrimination that I can file for is the goal. So we can have going forward for my nieces and nephews and their children, cite law. Something a case to have this go against. Because that's the whole purpose of them 3 years in law school. Because the law is not the law. The law is what you can compare and juggle against two cases or two situations. But we're going to make a situation. They picked the right one. And there's no such thing as I don't want to get even. I just want justice. The right. I don't want to have to hear that my niece was discriminated against at her employer and she had to suck it up for 12 years like I did. I'm going to make it make sense, people. Just stay tuned, sit back and watch whether it's going to be in a form of television series, a YouTube series, editorial in a local newspaper, or guess what? If it's just on She Get It Done Media Group, I might have to be like Soulja Boy, tell him. Put different articles that don't make sense to end up getting to the genuine article of what it really is. Put it in the lyrics. You got HR Karen, meet Petty Betty.